Lethabo was a 17-year-old girl whose life was quietly woven into the rhythms of the small town of Louis-Trichat, nestled just a stone's throw from the sprawling wilderness of Makhado National Park. Every day, she walked the same grassy path that cut through the heart of the town, a path lined with wild flowers and tall grasses that swayed gently in the breeze, leading her faithfully to school. To the outside world, Lethabo was a good student, a diligent, respectful girl who moved through her days with calm and quiet purpose. She kept to herself mostly, living a simple life with her parents, rooted in the familiarity of home and school. But beneath the surface of this tranquil routine, a secret blossomed, one that would change everything. It began with a chance meeting at school, an unexpected connection with a boy whose smile seemed to light up the dull corridors of the classroom. Their friendship grew in hushed whispers and stolen moments, wrapped in the innocence and thrill of first love. The world around them faded as they held onto each other's hands and hearts, wrapped tightly in secrecy. Yet, as days passed, their private happiness became shadowed by a looming fear when Lethabo discovered she was pregnant. Panic gripped her tightly, yet fear of judgment or rejection silenced her voice. Not even her own mother knew. She bore the burden alone. Each day, she hid the growing evidence beneath her loose school uniform, careful to mask the changes her body was undergoing. Anxiety gnawed at her constantly, her heart heavy with worry, while her mind raced through a whirlwind of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. She kept going to school, putting on a brave face, but inside she was tormented. The once peaceful path to school became a daily trial of nerves and dread. When the time came and her body could no longer bear the weight of her secret, labor pains began to take hold. Unable to face the hospital or anyone else, Lethabo quietly took leave from school. She packed a small cloth bag, just a towel and a milk bottle, essentials for the unknown that awaited her. She retreated to an old rented room behind the abandoned school, a place forgotten by time and people. There, alone in the stillness, she gave birth to her child. The first cries of the newborn broke the silence of the early morning. Weak, but alive, the baby's tiny lungs struggled for air, a fragile sound that carried a spark of hope. Lethabo wrapped the newborn in a bare-printed towel and fed her the last drops of formula she had managed to keep. As dawn crept over the horizon, she boarded the earliest bus to the open fields near Makhado National Park, clutching her newborn tightly in her arms. The wind tugged at her hair and clothes as she walked through the tall grasslands, the world, seemingly vast and endless around her. In the middle of the desolate fields, Lethabo found an ancient gnarled tree standing alone, its branches stretched wide like arms ready to embrace. It was the perfect place, hidden and silent, where no eyes could follow her. Trembling, she placed the baby gently on the ground, beneath the shade, tears streaming silently down her cheeks, the pain of parting cutting deep. The baby's cries pierced the still air, an echo of innocence and need that seemed to plead with the world for protection. Lethabo's hands clenched the grass as she tried to hold back her sobs, her heart breaking with each step she took away. She dared not look back. The tiny creature, wrapped in a cloth, lay there alone, unaware of the fate unfolding around her. The cold seeped in, the baby's red face twitching with hunger and chill. Above, a few hawks circled the sky, their sharp cries mingling with distant sounds of wild animals stirring in the morning light. Suddenly, from the shadows, a brown squirrel scurried down the tree trunk, sniffed the cloth, then darted back up. In a panic, then came heavier, earth-shaking footsteps. A majestic male lion emerged, his golden mane glowing in the sunlight. His gaze was calm, curious rather than fierce. Following him, 3 playful lion cubs padded forward, their noses twitching, as they circled the small bundle of life on the grass. The cub's gentle paws brushed the cloth as if trying to wake the fragile child. The male lion, guardian of the pride, gave a soft, commanding growl, and the cubs retreated respectfully. Sitting close to the baby, the lion lowered his massive head, eyes filled with a strange, thoughtful light. He sniffed the tiny figure carefully, then settled down protectively beside the infant. For a long while, he watched over the small life with patient vigilance, a silent sentinel against the dangers of the wild. As the sun climbed higher, the lion rose and gently grasped the baby, wrapped carefully in the towel, in his powerful jaws. Without a hint of aggression, he turned away from the tree, carrying the child with astonishing tenderness. His majestic figure moved steadily toward the distant human presence, toward the iron fence that marked the edge of the wilderness. The journey that followed was nothing short of miraculous. The lion strode calmly down the grassy path, his eyes shining with purpose, undeterred by startled guards and startled park employees. At the National Park Operations Center, chaos erupted as people spotted the lion carrying the baby. Alarm bells rang, screams filled the air, but the lion remained calm, placing the baby gently on the tiled floor before retreating peacefully. Veterinarians and rangers rushed to care for the newborn, awestruck by the extraordinary bond that had bridged the divide between human and wild. The lion lingered for a moment, then disappeared into the open grasslands, leaving behind a story that would echo through generations. The baby, named Tumalo, meaning faith, grew up safe and loved, a living symbol of hope and connection in a world often torn between nature and humanity. Lethabo's painful journey transformed into one of healing and redemption, supported by her family, school, and community. The lion, honored as Kaganya, the light, remained a legend, a guardian of the grasslands and the child he saved. Discover. The heartwarming and extraordinary true story of Lethabo, a young girl facing unimaginable challenges, and the majestic lion who saved her abandoned newborn baby in the wild grasslands near Makhado National Park. This incredible tale of courage, survival, and unexpected compassion between humans and nature will touch your heart and inspire faith in miracles. Watch till the end to experience a journey like no other.